Welcome to an NBA Friday on ESPN. South Florida and Miami. The American Airlines Arena, a sellout crowd expected. And they gave a huge roar when Dwayne Wade was announced in the starting lineup. Wade going up against Amari Stoudemire and the struggling Knicks, who are trying to snap out of a very inconsistent start to the season. We look at our starting lineups for the first matchup between the two. And because Carmelo Anthony out with the thumb and wrist injuries, Tony Douglas and the rookie Iman Shumpert at the guards. Landry Fields moves to small forward with Stoudemire and Tyson Chandler. And Wade back in the starting lineup, back in the lineup after missing the last 6 games with the ankle injury. Miami overall 13-5. As we said at the top, 8-1 without Dwayne Wade, because LeBron James has been just superb once again, as has Chris Bosh and the role players for the Heat. It's been a good start to their season. They're one of the top scoring teams in the NBA, second behind Denver. They're the best shooting team in the NBA, explosive offensively. And Amari Stoudemire and the Knicks are going to have to play a terrific game to get a win here tonight, Jeff.
Well, if you look at the starting perimeter players of the Knicks, they're going to have to be more efficient offensively. They're going to have to make shots, take care of the ball, because if you turn it over against Miami, you can just count the 2 points at the other end. They're that good off the turnover. And
the Knicks have been, last week, going back between 28th and 29th in the league in turnovers. It's been a problem. Number 2, perhaps, behind the poor shooting. Shumpert and Stoudemire playing catch. Shot clock at 2. Stoudemire's going to have to hoist it up. Contested shot won't go. Fight for the rebound. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Anthony. Good work from Chandler. And the Knicks will get a new 24.
Terrific initial defensive possession by the Heat.
Once again, we talk so much about the Heat and their explosive offensive ability. They're still a superb defensive team. Tony Douglas' shot won't go. Chandler's tip misses. And Chalmers the rebound. And Jeff, their defense leads to offense so much, as James throws it away.
They do, because they can cover so much ground. It's interesting, Mike, when you look at their stats, they're having a hard time this year covering the three-point line, which doesn't make sense because they have such great length and quickness.
Dwayne Wade with a block shot. Fields says he got hit on the arm. It looked like there was contact there, as Wade will try and post up. And Shumpert, being physical down the other end, comes up with a steal. Chandler drives. Chandler got whacked, and he'll go to the free throw line. The Knicks come into this game 4 games under 500, 7-11. They've lost 7 of 8. And Chandler is one of those guys last couple of days saying we just need time to figure out to work it out and play together. But not a lot of patience in New York right now in a season that began with high expectations. You know what that's like.
When they're asked that question, though, they're bound to give a cliche answer, because the other answer is not going to be accepted. Maybe they're just not that good right now. Maybe it's not about time. Maybe it's about they need to build up more depth, get a more balanced team. You know, their roster got gutted in the Carmelo Anthony trade. They gave up a lot of pretty darn good players to get a great player. But that doesn't mean it's going to work necessarily right away. And let's face it, they're shooting the ball so poorly, it's really hard to even know. They're 30% in the three-point range, so Stoudemire and Anthony have absolutely no space on the floor to work with.
And have really struggled at the point guard spot. Tony Douglas, Shumpert, Mike Bibby. There's Shumpert, the rookie, an impressive player, tried to dunk it and lost the handle. It was too far away. Shumpert, terrific athlete. A hard competitor, plays both ends, but like many rookies, makes mistakes.
I thought that was a good play. Way to attack the basket, just missed.
On the drive, James doesn't just miss down the other end.
But see, that's where the help came from Miami to contest Shumpert's dunk. No one came to help right there on James. That has to be a hard foul right there if you want to win this game.
Chandler gets it, and Chandler finishes. Tyson Chandler has had a good start individually himself for the team. Ball swatted away by Stoudemire, and still Miami ball. The Knicks defense has improved. Still has a long ways to go, according to Mike D'Antoni, but Chandler's presence has really improved their defense.
Well, their defense has been much better than their offense. As James gets a nice little pass from Wade on the inbounds pass. Their defense isn't what's been letting them down. It's their shooting, it's their turnovers that have killed them. And the block that Stoudemire had right there, Mike, played before that, that's exactly what you need. You need basket protection.
So James will go to the free throw line. He's second in the NBA in free throws made and attempted behind Dwight Howard.
We saw James go in there and dunk uncontested. Here Wade puts it down, beats Fields. Stoudemire comes over. And you need bigs who are either going to take charges, block shots, or preferably do some of both. You cannot allow teams to set a tone early of driving unimpeded.
Douglas, Joel Anthony coming out. Stoudemire drives down the lane, stripped by Wade. Wade coming, looking to push. Alley-oop to James. A great pass and an even better finish.
They convert turnovers into offense better than anyone in the NBA. Stoudemire cannot drive into traffic.
Did you see how high that pass was? And James knew exactly when to elevate and get to it. A sensational play. And again, the hustle defensively, deflected by Wade.
Again, Stoudemire's driving into traffic there and ignites their speed game. Great pass by Wade and unbelievable finish.
Fields inside, blocked by Anthony. Miami defense causing problems. Knicks 1 for 6 to start. Shumpert on James. Chalmers left open. Chalmers has been knocking down that shot recently as Bosch gets the offensive rebound. He can't connect. Anthony battling and Chandler comes away. Fields. Nice pass to Fields, and Fields draws the foul on the give and go with Chandler. And he'll get to the line. I know we see a lot of those, but this one was pretty darn good. That's just great timing. Wow, which is harder, the pass or the finish? Not that you would know what the finish is like.
Yeah, and believe me, it wasn't like I was throwing alley-oops to Jumbo Cummings at Nazareth, okay? So we played more of the game on the floor, but I think obviously it's both. Obviously, Wade knows where to put the ball, and James, I mean, that's just wow.
Meanwhile, that last foul was on Chalmers. That's his second, so he quickly comes out. Norris Cole will check in, the impressive rookie from Cleveland State. Fields gets it to go. Fields' last 5 games is starting to play like he did last season for the Knicks. And he was one of the better rookies, made all-rookie first team. Really struggled to start the year, still struggling shooting, but playing much better.
Well, he's shooting 47% from the floor as Wade dunks it, but only 20% from the three-point line.
Tony Douglas lines it up and knocks down a 3. And it's such a positive sign for the Knicks, as you said, have been really struggling from downtown. Wade against Fields. Tough turnaround, shot won't go. And Chandler comes up high with the elbows after the rebound. Douglas will pull back. Shot clock down to 5. Douglas will try another 3. And 2 for 2. Tony Douglas, who was one of those really struggling, able to hit that. He's shooting just 24% from three-point range.
Great screen by Stoudemire on the Fields penetration.
Knicks with a 4-point lead. Wade again hosting up Fields. Tough matchup for the second-year man from Stanford. And Wade easily puts it in. So Wade in his first game back, very active early. Wade and James with all the points thus far. Fields sees an opening and foul by Joel Anthony. And Fields back to the free throw line.
But they're playing, the Knicks are playing with good flow. The ball's moving. Here, good penetration by Fields. Stoudemire sets a little flare screen, which opens up Douglas for the wide open 3. It's got to screen, pass, cut, and when you pass, Mike, it's got to be on time and on target. Right there, Fields delivered the ball into Douglas's shooting pocket, got a good look at it, and knocked it in.
It's amazing how easier the game is when a few shots go down. It's just not been the case. We've had a lot of games where they've had good open looks and guys just not shooting the ball well. Sometimes it comes down to that as they are getting to the free throw line.
But they know in this game that they cannot rely on Anthony's star power to bring them home, so they're going to have to move the ball. Somehow they've got to figure out how to move the ball and still take advantage of Anthony's individual greatness.
The ball caroms out to Bosch, and he scored 2 off a broken play. Douglas made a nice defensive play, but he couldn't save it. And the Heat back within 2. Shumpert. Douglas fakes this time, drives. That's a difficult shot. Chandler right there, but the ball slipped through his hands. And a quick outlet. Wade crosses over and throws it down. What a long stride. He just exploded to the rim.
And I'm surprised Eric Spoelstra could hold back from not high-fiving and or hugging Wade as he ran by him.
First came back, that ankle looks pretty good. Nice feed to Fields, blocked by Anthony. And there's the importance of Joel Anthony.
Well, this is that European step. He takes it right at him, he steps by him. But see, there's got to be more crowd coming at him if you're the Knicks. There's got to be 5 guys converging on the ball right there. Too much of a gap for Wade to attack.
Fields misses the jumper. Wade kicks it out cold. The rookie fires a 3, and it's nothing. And you can actually hear some air ball chants from Knicks fans. There's some Knicks fans, always New York fans here in Miami. Right now, we're all tied up here in the first. Already here, highlight plays for the Miami Heat. Dwayne Wade with a perfect pass to LeBron James. And Wade with a perfect finish as he's back on the floor. Missed the last 6 games with a sprained right ankle. Looks pretty good as we say hello for the first time tonight to Lisa Salters. Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Mike. Well, Dwayne Wade warmed up for about 20 minutes pregame, and as he was leaving the court, I got a chance to ask him, how you feeling? He said, I feel good. There's always something bothering me, he said, but I feel pretty good. We got a chance to talk to Eric Spoelstra earlier about Wade's return. He said, I'm not really sure what percentage Dwayne is. He said, but we've been really patient with his injuries. He said he was really banged up. He had the calf strain, he had the ankle sprain, he had the bone bruise. All in all, he was out about 2 weeks, 2 weeks worth of rest. He said about a week more than normal, but we wanted to make sure that he was ready to go. Looks good so far, Mike.
Absolutely. Billy Walker's first shot won't go. Chandler the rebound, knocked out of his hands by Anthony. Boy, Anthony is just pursuing everything, whether trying to block a shot or grab a rebound. Typical for him.
And that's what also is allowing Tyson Chandler to get some free runs to the rim for second shots.
Walker can get hot. That one in and out. And Cole the rebound. You know what Lisa was talking about with Wade, and there's always something. That's a big part of this season, and how you handle and how you deal with injuries. Whether or not can you play through being banged up, as Bosch couldn't handle it. It's such an important part. I mean, it is every year, but it seems this year more than ever.
And it also seems like as the years go on, it's become where people are supposed to sit out now. You know, the media is very big about guys sitting out until they're 100% as Wade steals the pass and fouled by Walker. It just seems like people are more reluctant to hurry back.
That's been the case in some cases this year. You say Wade stole the pass, more like Wade caught the pass.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Walker threw it right to him.
But it's also very interesting, just in a great slip by Wade.
He looks good.
But again, he's fresh now.
Right. And Landry Fields knocks down the 3. Again, Fields playing much better and puts the Knicks back up by 1.
And LeBron James took a shot as he stepped over to bump the roll, which allowed Fields to get wide open.
Pass thrown behind, deflected. Knicks able to pick it up. That's been one Achilles heel alley-oop to Chandler. Not a smart pass there. And Mike D'Antoni not happy with Billy Walker for a couple of turnovers.
See, you can't make those type of plays on the road and expect to beat a really good team. You had a bad pass a couple possessions before. You got to take more care of the ball.
Both teams have had that problem. Obviously, the Heat have dealt with a little better, but Eric Spoelstra says that's been their Achilles heel. They've been better recently, but they've turned the ball over quite a bit. As a coach, how is that something that you can work on in practice?
Well, you work on it by just emphasizing it. You can do some fundamental skill work, but the real choice, it's a choice. It's decision making. You got to know in this game when to pass and when to shoot, and what type of passes to try to make. And a lot of it, Mike, is I think when you're tired, you'll make more mistakes. I think you've got some lesser players sometimes playing because of injury. There's a lot of factors that have gone into this sloppy play.
Douglas throws it in. Difficult shot from Douglas. By the way, Spoelstra said he had a film session where he showed every turnover of the season just to show the guys in terms of what turnovers he feel are okay or can deal with and tolerate, and what turnovers are absolutely unacceptable. Walker trying to get up on James. James across the lane, kicks it out. Bosch has a good open look. In and out. And Stoudemire another rebound, his fourth. Coming up on 3 minutes remaining. See Jared Jeffries is in the game. Douglas looking to shoot.
This is a game of hot potato right there.
And this is what we've seen from the Knicks offense quite a bit this year. It can get very stagnant. There's Billy Walker, then knocks down to three. And the Knicks go up by 6. Knicks, who've been struggling all season from three-point range, they're 4 of 6. And a timeout call by Eric Spoelstra. Knicks struggling from two-point land, but knocking down the long distance. And the Knicks on an 8-0 run. Billy Walker, a couple of rough turnovers to start, but he puts New York up 22-16. It has been a rough start for the New York Knicks, 7-11 this year. They're scoring 12 points per game less than last season. Mike D'Antoni has said it's not working right now. He's called the offense anemic. He's called it a wreck. The Stars have been struggling shooting the ball. Overall, they've just had trouble scoring the ball. They're all of a sudden, though, 4 of 6 from three-point range and a 6-point lead. Overall, Jeff, Carmelo Anthony's out tonight, but when he's in, Carmelo Anthony is a player that likes to play a lot of isolation. Mike D'Antoni's strength as a coach is spacing and ball movement. It's been a tough match so far.
Well, again, he's not trying to eliminate all of Anthony's isolations. What he's trying to do is get them to happen later in the shot clock. Play Knick basketball, flow, rhythm, spacing, multiple pick and rolls, first 18 seconds. And if they need a bailout late, that's when he would like him to isolate. So I think it can coexist and work.
As Jeffries deflects it out. You saw the numbers there in Carmelo Anthony, but Anthony has been playing with a right thumb injury and a left wrist injury, and he's had his hands all taped up, which makes it very difficult to shoot the ball. It's been a big part. It's one of the reasons why he's sitting tonight and probably tomorrow night. He just felt he was hurting his team that he was shooting so poorly, and give these injuries a chance to rest and heal a little bit better. Cole throws up a wild shot. Haslam a rebound. Blocked by Stoudemire. Taken by Walker. Second rejection from Stoudemire.
And that's how you also get out of a slump, Mike. Do something else, as Jeffrey stepped out of bounds. Stoudemire struggling on offense. Block the shot. Rebound the ball. Help defense. Move the ball. Once you sometimes get out of your offensive funk and thinking only offense and do other things, the offense will come back to you.
Shumpert knocks it away a couple of times. Shumpert's been a very impressive defensive player in terms of on the ball. He's 4th in the NBA, just under 2.5 steals per game. Struggles at time in his help defense, but he gets after it, competes defensively, which is certainly something the Knicks needed. They added him, obviously Chandler. The two rookies going at it here, Cole and Shumpert. Shot clock down to 7. James sets and hits. You look at what LeBron James is shooting from the field this year, all the points he's scored. It's been incredible. 54% from the field.
Mike, all I want to talk about is those couple bad fourth quarters. That's it. Anything he does at any other time in the game is meaningless. It's expected. So let's just talk about what he doesn't do. I am so sick of the overanalyzation of his fourth quarters.
Well, compared to last year, and he was talking about with us earlier today, it's like night and day. The scrutiny and the spotlight that was on this team all last year was like nothing we've ever seen. And I would venture to say in any sport, it was amazing how much the spotlight was on them and the criticism, and so much of it started with early in the season and the silly press conferences. But it's so different this year where he said they can just play basketball.
But why are the other stars not held to the same standard that people want to hold him to in the fourth quarter?
Because he's LeBron James.
Okay.
That's the only answer I have. Ball as Fields is fouled with 1:16 remaining. A chance. We've got our new NBA.
Oh, the big board, Mike, for big boys.
National television big board. Full slate of games, NBA TV later tonight. Oklahoma City playing in Golden State. ABC Sunday will be here for the Bulls and the Heat. And TNT next Thursday, Knicks host the Bulls and the Nuggets and Clippers in LA.
Yeah, I didn't know until I read the big board that Stoudemire missed that our guy Mark Jackson had Oklahoma City, because I called him today. No return call at all.
It's already started. Haslam. Udonis Haslam, such an important part of this team, missed almost all of last year, playing very well. His usual defense and rebounding. Shooting's been a bit off, but knocks that one down. Knicks lead is 2. Spolstra screaming as he goes down the floor. Shot clock at 2. Bibby, the former Heat player from last year, misfires. Bibby has struggled with his three-point shooting as well. We're out on an island. And James makes Walker pay. There's just no way that Walker can guard LeBron James, who throws it down.
But Mike, where is the help for Billy Walker? On his first dribble, there's got to be somebody coming. That's too many forays to the basket unimpeded.
A number of dunks here in the first period. Dangerous pass gets to Shumpert. Shumpert, nice hop step. No, he traveled with that extra hop, and that's the 5th Knick turnover. And more importantly, as we look at this again.
I mean, Billy Walker influencing to the middle. There's no one even coming.
Miller. Stoudemire stays with him. Miller thought he got bumped. Last touch by Stoudemire. 2.1 remaining. Now, Leroy Richardson, I thought he signaled it was Miami ball. Nope. Knicks going to get one last chance. Stoudemire will shoot a 3 at the buzzer. And off the mark. Knicks hitting some early three-pointers. Hit 4 their first 6 to build a 6-point lead. LeBron James able to come back. He had 10 points. Dwayne Wade in his return. A number of dunks. The Heat end the quarter on a 6-0 run. Aerial coverage brought to you by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you got to get DirecTV. As we're set to begin the second quarter in Miami. Moments ago, Lisa Salters with Mike D'Antoni.
Thanks very much, and welcome back to Miami. Mike, it's a tie game, but what didn't you like about the way you guys closed out that first quarter?
Well, I didn't like LeBron dunking all over the place. They're good, and you know, we just got to keep playing hard and picking our fights and trying to get some baskets, you know, just normal stuff. But I thought we played pretty well.
No Carmelo tonight. What adjustments do you have to make to fill that void?
Well, obviously, we got 30 points there we got to make up with somebody, but different guys have to chip in. They got to step up. I thought they did so far.
Thanks for your time. Mike.
All right, Lisa. Mike D'Antoni saying picking our fights. Is it a bar fight? Is it a bar fight? Is it a bar fight?
Kevin Garnett last night. I like Mike's thinking, and I have some old Knicks that would love to walk down here and get in a fight with some Miami players.
Shumpert misfires. Ball tapped and taken by Jeffries. Mike Bibby lines up the 3 and nails that. For those who do not know what we're talking about with Kevin Garnett, after the Celtics had that amazing comeback last night and beat the Orlando Magic, Kevin Garnett in a post-game interview with TNT's Craig Sager said it was a bar fight about 10 times in a row. As Norris Cole has some blood. I think he was hyperventilating after the game.
Well, it was an amazing comeback. And it was. They played with remarkable tenacity.
That's not one of the games where you call your brother afterwards.
No, that's a pass right there for many days. But they have a very watching they just have a very strange vibe about them. You know, I don't know what it is in that game.
Yeah, they've had some stretches where they look terrific, like a lot of teams, and some stretches where they struggle. Still one of the better records in the NBA at 12-6. But right now, in the East, Chicago up top, Miami, Indiana and Philadelphia both played good, consistent basketball. Two real surprises.
I love how hard both those teams play. Indiana is a great rebounding team. I like what they've added to their team. They're a hard-hat team. And Philadelphia is tenacious.
Bosh out there, Wade and LeBron James both out. Loose ball foul is going to go against, I believe, Haslem. So right now for the Heat, they've got Norris Cole, Mike Miller, Shane Battier, Chris Bosh, and Haslem. Oh, Chalmers. Steve Novak's in the game, one of your former players who you once dubbed the best shooter in the NBA.
I'm going to tell you, you put him in a shooting contest, I'd take him against anybody.
Bibby knocks down another. So Bibby, who missed his first, hits back-to-back threes. How about the Knicks? 6 of 11 from downtown.
And the three-pointer can be a great equalizer. Good decision right there by Shumpert to throw back as Bibby replaced behind the roll man. Very good offense right there by the Knicks. Simple play. The roll's taken by Chalmers. Good screen by Chandler. Bibby wide open.
Knicks are 2 for 14 from two-point range and 6 of them 11 from downtown. Miller, quick jump shot. Yeah, good to see Mike Miller healthy and playing well. And another injury to start the season, had a hernia. But he's been shooting from downtown well, that one a two-pointer. Bibby fires it across. Novak. There he is right on cue. Steve Novak, who was 3 for 3 from downtown in his last game.
And this has been an Achilles heel for Miami. The ability to guard the three-point line.
They're 24th in the NBA in terms of their opponent's three-point percentage. And the Knicks have taken advantage. 7 three-pointers. They lead by 5. Well, what a difference a day makes. Three-point shooting for the Knicks here tonight in Miami. Jeff, what's been the difference?
Well, they're passing on target, number one, getting clean looks. And then sometimes it's just about making. Good play here by Douglas, right on Fields' number so he can shoot it easily. And then Shumpert to Bibby in rhythm off a good screen. And then Jared Jeffries, a good screen for Novak. One of Marquette's finest.
A couple of Marquette's finest in this game.
Novak and Wade.
Yeah.
I don't know who made who. Novak made Wade or Wade made Novak, but
Bosh's shot won't go. Shumpert the rebound.
And if you're Mike D'Antoni, could you ever have imagined this 5 playing together?
Bibby misses. Jeffries the offensive rebound. We look Novak, Jeffries, Shumpert, Bibby, and Chandler. Bibby on the drive. Nice setup to Jeffries. Jeffries' shot won't go. Now, how about the Knicks? They lead by 5. No Carmelo Anthony, and Amari Stoudemire doesn't have a point. He's 0 for 4.
It shows what the equalizer of the 3 is.
And a foul call on Chandler. Let's listen to a Mike D'Antoni recent huddle.
Shut him out. That's a great job. Let's just keep it up, keep moving the ball, keep our energy up.
And the equalizer is?
And the three-point shooting. They're not making any two-point shots. They don't have those type of players at the rim. They've made 7 threes to none. And that's what gives you the chance to compete when you're overmatched talent-wise.
And there's Bibby and Chandler not on the same page. Knicks with their 6th turnover. Miami has 5. This for the Knicks, their 3rd game of a 4-game road trip. They opened up big win in Charlotte, then a disappointing loss in Cleveland. They play the Rockets in Houston tomorrow night. Not an easy back-to-back. No such thing this year in the NBA. Chalmers, nice move across the lane. Chalmers has been very aggressive. And he has been on perhaps the best stretch of his young NBA career. Douglas, a couple of fakes. Shot clock winding down again. Bibby's going to have to hoist one up, and Mike Bibby won't go. Bosch's 5th rebound. 3.5 gone by here in the second. Knicks leading the Heat by 3. Chris Bosch, the high arcing shot. Chandler whacked and fouled by Miller. 2nd team foul. A 2010-2012 NBA All-Star balloting presented by Sprint is officially underway. Cast your vote on NBA.com via the Sprint NBA mobile app, or text your All-Star player's last name to 69622. Standard messaging data rates may apply. You got as Novak puts up another, way short. Chalmers the rebound. You got a surprise All-Star guy you want to vote for? Chalmers flips it up, won't go. Chandler the rebound, and a good outlet to Jeffries.
Well, I don't know if it would be a surprise, but I hope Luol Deng makes it this year. I think he's very deserving.
Novak. Bosch running the floor. Novak may have gotten away with a little shove. Bosch able to finish. 4 points for Bosch. Knicks lead cut to 1.
And the shot was a poor shot by Novak. Early contested 3. That one's different. That one's in rhythm.
Chandler can't hold on to the offensive rebound, and Miller comes out of the pack. Stripped by Jeffries. And I think it's still Miami ball. Tony Brown talking to Spoelstra.
Again, early contested 3. Novak definitely pushed Bosch in the back, but you need to balance the floor. If you're a guard, you have to be all the way back. These are the baskets that kill you, because you don't make them work in the half court to create a good shot.
Knicks right now have taken 18 3-pointers. They started red hot. Now starting to miss. They've taken 18 3-pointers and 14 2-pointers. Bosch calling for it. Tough defensive assignment for Novak. And Bosch back-to-back buckets. Heat back up by 1. And Mike D'Antoni wants a timeout, and his team has cooled off. They're shooting 28% from the field, but only trail by 1. And because of the 3-pointers. Well, right now the Heat on a 6-0 run. And after trailing by 6, Miami by 1. Sunday, ABC and ESPN brings you 2 NBA games, starting with Kia NBA Countdown 3 Eastern on ABC, and at 3:30, it's the Bulls and the Heat from right here in Miami, and a rematch of last year's Eastern Conference Finals, and then 6:30 Eastern on ESPN, Spurs and Mavericks from Dallas. Well, it's been a struggle for the Knicks. LeBron James knows what it's like. He has experience in dealing with expectations while trying to get a little chemistry going.
You know, in this league and in sports in general, people want instant. They want instant right now. They want it to happen right now, and I definitely know exactly what they're going through. You know, with last year and knowing how long it took us to become a team, knowing how long chemistry takes. It takes months and months and months till you finally figure it out, and then you know the light kind of clicks on for you, where you know this is what our team identity is going to be, and this is how we're going to go forward.
You know, Jeff, couldn't agree anymore as Douglas throws up another 3. That's 7 missed threes in a row. The daily evaluation is very difficult to try and do it, especially this season. It's really going to take a lot for teams to fully develop and then evaluate.
And you also have to try to, as Wade makes another spectacular move, you have to try to filter out all the noise from all the outside sources. Because if you're not careful, it can influence how you go about your job. You listen to too many people, get too many opinions. It's very difficult.
Douglas drives left-handed. Nice move from Tony Douglas. A rare two-pointer for the Knicks, only their third of the game. Wade draws the foul on Fields, and he'll get to the line for the first time tonight. He hasn't needed to get to the line the way he's been making these great moves.
Yeah, he just bounces it out, rejects the pick and roll, drives away, and then again, that athletic step by the help defense as Jeffries braces to take the charge. Tremendous balance and agility.
Had the sprained right ankle. That's what made him miss the previous 6. Had that left foot injury. He's also had a calf thing that he's dealt with. But his teammates have certainly picked up the slack when he's been out. You see Stoudemire returns to the Knicks. Jeffries will sit. Stoudemire still scoreless. And the Knicks once again playing without Carmelo Anthony. Three-point Miami lead. On the steal from Wade, Shumpert in pursuit. Blocks it from behind. And Wade goes right up to Shumpert. I don't know if he thought it was a hard foul. Looked like a good, clean basketball play. Stoudemire has something to say. I don't know what Wade objected to if he did, because that just seemed like a good play from Iman Shumpert. Oh, the old Knick Heat days. Bring back memories?
Yeah, I mean, Shumpert did a good job. Could have possibly been a dangerous play, and I'm not sure if Wade didn't lose that ball on the way up. No, he got it clean, and then he followed through and hit his arm. That's a nice play by Shumpert.
It's his third foul. Then their feet collided, and that's what caused Wade to perhaps land awkwardly, but that wasn't anything to get annoyed with.
I don't think he actually said anything to Shumpert in a negative way, but I think the Knicks' reaction was right, because they don't know what was said.
It looked like he wanted to come over and just like send a message, a nonverbal message.
But they're just unbelievable when they get a steal or force a turnover. The speed in the open court, the ability to convert.
And a foul's going to go against Chalmers. Starting to get a little chippy now. Tony Brown just says, stop complaining, just play. And that's 3 fouls on Chalmers, so Cole's going to come back in. Well, this wasn't the arena. The old Miami arena is the one that you spent a lot of sweaty afternoons in.
Yeah.
We had a few here, too.
Yeah, a few here, but
Walker nails the 3. That stops a streak of 7 straight misses from downtown.
it's the best competition I've ever been a part of. Them, and at the same time, Indiana. It was special.
So many great Miami Heat, New York Knicks battles. And I also remember before Pat Riley came down here, when the Knicks would come down to Miami, when the Heat were not a very good team, there were so many more Knicks fans in the old Miami arena than there were Heat fans.
There sure were.
That certainly has changed. James wanted a foul there. Walker did a pretty good job. 5.5 remaining here in the second. Stoudemire comes to set a screen. Fields rifles the pass. Douglas back out Stoudemire. Stoudemire kicks it out. He's fouled on the pass. That's going to be the 4th team foul.
Great ball movement right there by.
Here we go down memory lane.
The Knicks. Oh, man. Oh, the proverbial cheap shot at me.
It's never complete without that.
Tim Hardaway. Wow. What a clutch player he was.
Allen Houston's big shot. Houston in attendance tonight. And, of course, Pat Riley in attendance as well.
Allen Houston saved my career. Let's be honest.
Did you thank him before the game, or do you stop thanking him after a while? Billy Walker knocks down another. That's his third three-pointer. Walker 3 of 4 from downtown. The Knicks back up by 1. Knicks showing some good spirit as Walker deflects it out. They've had a tendency this year when their shots weren't falling to kind of put their heads down, let it impact the defense. But they fought back here.
There's no doubt they're playing very hard.
James kicks it out. Miller. That's a two-pointer. Lead changes in this one. And again, Stoudemire is still scoreless, and the Knicks hanging in there. Walker back to Stoudemire on the pull-up, way off. Chandler the rebound. And here's the foul. It's going to go against the Knicks. Is it Chandler? Knicks are in the penalty. Joey Crawford with the call. So Chandler picks up his second foul. Tony Douglas trying to calm down Chandler, who's a little upset. Chandler got a technical foul in the last game.
So he had Wade switched onto him off a switch on the pick and roll, and he wanted the ball in the paint. He was wide open, and again, sometimes the vision and the anticipation by the Knicks perimeter players isn't quite what it needs to be to take advantage of those type of situations.
Cole hits the first. Chandler, by the way, is doing the same things he did in Dallas. You talk to anybody with the Mavericks last year, they will tell you he was one of the best teammates they've ever had, one of the most positive people they've ever seen. Dirk Nowitzki said it was the most positive person he's met in his life. This year, the Knicks coaching staff, the players, everybody in the organization are saying the same things about it. He is such a quality individual and such a competitor who keeps, just an upbeat manner as Stoudemire turns it over. Chandler just one of those guys that people love playing with. He brings that same spirit night in and night out, and at practice as well. Always talking, always encouraging.
And the hard part is not anything he's doing wrong, but Stoudemire playing on the floor with him, it doesn't allow the same amount of freedom of space that Stoudemire has had in the past, as Wade has an incredible step back move. And it's hard. It's going to be hard to overcome. There's just not a lot of room on the floor.
Walker misses. Ball tipped, taken by Walker. Stolen by Cole. Cole alley-oop to James. Eyes in the back of his head, and James throws it down. Timeout, Knicks. Once again, an opponent turnover.
Well, good steal by Cole. Sees James trailing, just flips it up, and James dumps the rest. Miami about to break this thing wide open.
Saturday, ESPN, a full day of college basketball tips off first at noon Eastern, St. John's and Duke, and at 2 Eastern, Kansas visits Iowa State. Saturday showcase presented by 5 Hour Energy on ESPN, ESPN3, and streaming live on WatchESPN.com. Dwayne Wade, his first game back, 14 points. LeBron James has 12. The Heat up by 5. Stoudemire looking for his first bucket. Drives hard, kicks it out, deflected by Cole. Good active hands. They're contesting every shot, every dribble.
It's very hard to isolate against Miami because of the individual defense, but also of the speed of the help.
Chandler gets fouled. And Chandler will go to the free throw line. There's some extra long glares and stares after a bunch of whistles here. Chandler 4 points, 5 rebounds. Chandler's really improved his free throw shooting. He was a below-average free throw shooter early in his career. Last 3 years, he's really worked on it. Of course, he misses that one, but he's done an excellent job. This year, he's at 80%, which would be a career high, and he's getting to the line quite a bit. That's one of the Knicks' strengths offensively, they make free throws and they get to the line. Top 10 in the NBA.
And if you get to the free throw line, Mike, it also helps set your defense when you're not going against teams in transition, which should really give you an opportunity to lock in and keep the other people's efficiency down.
Here's help from Chandler. Ball batted away. Still loose. Chandler picks it up. Knicks have numbers if they push. Fields back to Walker. And Walker with his 4th turnover as he barrels into Joel Anthony. Second foul on Walker. Knicks with 10 turnovers here in the first half. The Miami Heat, they win, and they're entertaining. Already 7 dunks here in the first half. And the highlight reel continues to get bigger. LeBron James throwing a number of them down. Dwayne Wade in his first game back off the ankle injury. No problem getting to the rim, attacking and elevating. Although even with all the highlight plays, the Knicks hanging in there. It's a 4-point game with 2:59 remaining.
And Mike, the plays are awesome, but I love the 2 inactive players of the Heat, their reaction. Gladness and Harris. To watch their facial expressions on all those dunks, it's priceless.
They're just like fans sitting there, both again inactive tonight. Cole, little hesitation move, keeps his dribble, pass inside to Wade. Look at Wade just taken away from Douglas. Douglas hurt his right shoulder. Cole throws up a shot, puts it in. Tony Douglas, who had off-season surgery on that right shoulder, and it gives him problems every once in a while. They're really grimacing after that contact with Wade. Walker, Stoudemire spinning. Walker's going to try another 3, puts it in. Billy Walker has been feast or famine. He's shooting beautifully, 4 of 5 from downtown. And he's had a bunch of turnovers that have led to dunks at the other end. Wade, nice feet to James. Pretty play. Gold Stars with 14. Under 2 to play. Stoudemire drives, barrels into LeBron James, and an offensive foul. And Stoudemire still scoreless. That's the first time he's really forced it.
A good find by Wade as he came out of his half spin move and found James on the cut. But great rotation by James to take the charge, and he did the same thing on the Walker 3. Rotated early, put his body in front of Stoudemire, and made him make an extra pass. Now, Walker made that 3, but then Stoudemire forced it, and James took the charge.
This time Wade tries to back it in, and he does. And it's the largest lead of the first half for the Heat. That's a tough shot. Douglas on the drive. Good ball movement there. Fields the fake. Back out. Stoudemire will take a jump shot. Finally gets on the board. His first points of the first half.
But again, another good sequence by the Knicks of moving the ball, it not sticking.
It's all they've been talking about, the coaching staff and the players, the past several weeks. It's been the #1 problem, a stagnant, no-flow offense. Norris Cole can't connect and fields the rebound. Walker again. Too strong. Stoudemire trying to tip it. Good hustle from Stoudemire to grab another board. Chandler down low. Chandler goes up and gets whacked. And again, a little jawing afterwards. Some of this directed at the officials. Well, the Heat, I think, arguing that Chandler kind of threw a mini elbow there. And then got hit by Joel Anthony. Anthony picking up his second personal. Coming up, the Toyota halftime show. John Barry, Michael Wilbon, Magic Johnson, Chris Broussard. On a busy Friday night in the NBA. Celtics hosting those Indiana Pacers we spoke of earlier. And they'll analyze the first half here as well on the Toyota halftime show.
Can you imagine that that little tiff actually had people angry? That was nothing. There was no contact. There was nothing. How can you get angry about that? Have we softened up so much in the NBA that if there's any contact at all, we just have to have like a chippiness to ourselves?
Watch some of those old Heat Knicks games.
But that isn't even close.
You won't believe what went on in those games. Wade drives and finishes. Pretty play from Wade. What a return after a 6-game absence. He's 7 of 10 from the field, 18 points and 4 assists.
And made it look easy.
Again, you know, you said it earlier, but it's true. He's fresh. Douglas on the drive. Nice feed to Fields. Pretty pass from Tony Douglas. Final seconds. James pulls up for 3. And that will end the first half. Amari Stoudemire just 1 of 6, but you see him remaining upbeat. He did have 4 rebounds, but he's 1 of 6. No Carmelo Anthony, and the Knicks are within 4, despite having their key guys either not playing or not much of an offensive factor. Meanwhile, Wade, what a return. 18 points after missing 6. He's with Lisa.
Thanks, Mike. Dwayne, you and LeBron filled up the highlight reel in that first half. Your first game back, you look good. How does the foot, the ankle, the calf, how's it all feel?
It feels good. My win don't feel as good, but
Tired.
a little tired, but happy to get back out here.
Now, like I said, so many spectacular plays in that first half. What was your favorite? Pick one for me.
Probably the one when LeBron had on the block, and when everything cleared out, he took it strong and dunked it. I've been preaching to him that, you know, he's going to get a split second to go, and he got to take it. So he took it and he finished it strong.
All right, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Mike.
All right, Lisa. So Wade and LeBron James superb. As for the Knicks, 3-pointers clutch for them as the Toyota halftime show's coming up. Knicks took 23 threes. They made 10 of them. Led by Billy Walker, 4 of 6. He led the team in scoring with 12 points in 13 minutes. Highlights here for the hometown fans. LeBron James and Dwayne Wade combining for 32 points. Halftime at the American Airlines Arena. Heat lead the Knicks by 4. Halftime in Miami, and the Heat leading the Knicks 52-48 as we get set to start the third. Take a look at our Mazda first half stats. Knicks struggling from 2 but not from 3. Meanwhile, Miami shooting the ball well and getting very good looks at the basket. Turnovers also hurting the Knicks. Dwayne Wade in his return has been just superb for the Miami Heat. Hi again, everyone. With Jeff Van Gundy, Mike Breen on hand. We'll check in with Lisa in just a moment. Boy, Wade coming back into the lineup. He's fresh. The ankle obviously feels good. And they didn't have to settle for a lot of outside shots. They were able to get to the rim.
No, they didn't settle at all. They took it right to the basket, and they were rewarded.
And this is our Never Settle performance brought to you by H&R Block.
Well, H&R Block motivated the Heat to go to the rim, and they put on an aerial show. 13 for 18 together. 6 for 6 from the line. Just an assault on the rim. Tremendous first half by both players.
But even with all their heroics, the Knicks are right there. No Carmelo Anthony tonight. Amari Stoudemire didn't have his first points until the last minute of the second quarter. But the three-pointer sometimes can do wonders. You call it the great equalizer.
It is. They outscored Miami from behind the three-point line 30-0. 10 threes, 10 of 23. Miami 0 for 5. And give the Knicks credit. They passed the ball on target to create these openings. Haven't shot it well all year. Tonight, have gotten in a good rhythm and flow. Took a few contested early threes, but for the most part, they've done a good job of making the extra pass, searching out the open man, and knocking the ball in the basket.
Billy Walker leading the way with the 4 3-pointers for Walker. Let's check in with Lisa Salters.
Hey, Mike, well, as you said, Amari Stoudemire just 2 points in that first half. I asked Mike D'Antoni if he needs to get Amari more involved or if he's cool with the way that first half went. And he said it would be nice to get Amari more involved. But he said, you know what, that's easier said than done. He said, you know what, he just needs to keep playing. The shots are going to come. The ball will find him. He said, I like the way our guys played in the first half. They're playing really hard. We just got to cut down on the turnovers. Mike.
Chandler picks up that foul. That's Chandler's third as Bosch goes to the line. There were a lot of theories as to why Stoudemire is struggling with his numbers, you know, starting with the lockout and getting used to new teammates. There's also, can he mesh with Carmelo Anthony? Can those two be as effective together? There's him changing from basically playing center now to a power forward. There's him playing without a real legitimate veteran point guard. What do you think is it?
Right, I think the transformation of playing with Chandler is every bit as more difficult for him as playing with Carmelo Anthony. There's less space on the floor. And Raymond Felton last year did a very good job running the pick and roll to start the year before the Anthony trade. And he helps a guy like Stoudemire, who's really not going to pound it in the low post, but needs someone to help him play better.
Stoudemire shot blocked by Joel Anthony. Wade tried to dunk it. Wouldn't go. He thought he got fouled. And the Knicks come the other way. Stoudemire this time goes right at Anthony, blocked, but a foul. So Stoudemire will go to the free throw line. He's trying to get on track.
Well, here he rolls all the way to the rim, and Miami does a good job of coming across the lane. He's got to go stronger there or pull up and shoot the 17-footer. You know, sometimes you get yourself to the free throw line, it really sort of can jumpstart you.
But Stoudemire throughout, you know, the lowest numbers of his career, the struggles for the team, as we said earlier, not making any excuses. He's staying positive. He's backing the coach. He's been very public in terms of his saying, hey, we need to buy into Mike D'Antoni's system. We need to move the ball. Because D'Antoni has done a great job offensively. We're just not following the game plan. He's been very supportive and very positive.
Well, he's seen Mike D'Antoni's system up close and work really well in Phoenix. They were unguardable in Phoenix for a stretch when he was playing at the 5 with Joe Johnson and others. I mean, they just had a superior offensive team.
Good help defense there by the Knicks. Wade able to get it back, though. Wade is just so strong. That's twice now he's done that. As LeBron James rounds in a shot. And you credit Wade for the extra possession. The opponent had a better beat on the ball, but Wade still somehow comes away with it.
And then we saw the improved LeBron James jump shot, the balance.
Bosch wanting it. Stoudemire guarding him in the post. Bosch has to go way out to get it. Puts up the jumper. Chandler with his 6-3 ball. Rebounding numbers have been pretty much even most of the game.
And that's one of the weaknesses of Miami. You have to really pound them on the board. And that was a good individual defense by Stoudemire at the other end. Worked hard to push Bosch out, contested his jump shot. Good individual defense.
Well, you just saw a good close-up of Eric Spoelstra, his eyes darting around, looking, trying to figure out. The 41-year-old Spoelstra, who really has done a terrific job under the microscope. Tony Douglas throws it up and hits a 3. That's the 11th three-pointer of the game for the Knicks.
But that was well defended. Good defense. Great shot by Tony Douglas. If those are the shots that are going to beat you right there, the contested threes, so be it.
See, Walker's on James. Chalmers gets it. Walker starting the second half in place of the rookie Shumpert. Walker red hot from outside. Dangerous pass. Bosch daring Fields to go baseline. And a foul call on Bosch.
Well, good closeout by Wade. Made Fields put it down. And that's a good closeout by Chalmers and a contest. Tony Douglas, a little fade to that jumper, knocked it in. Give him credit.
Fields has to throw it up and just grazes the rim. And here comes Wade. Bosch way off, an air ball. Coming up on 3 minutes gone by here in the third. The Heat leading by 3. Bosch 3 for 13. Bosch, of course, his last 6 games, he's been absolutely amazing. Averaging 27 a game, shooting 63%. And really picking it up with Dwayne Wade out of the lineup. Walker will try again. Billy Walker from downtown, his 5th three-pointer. And the Knicks have tied the game. What a performance from Walker off the bench. 15 points in 16 minutes. He had another big game recently where 15 points off the bench. Has the ability to get hot offensively. LeBron James again makes that look easy.
But again, that was well defended by the Knicks. They had come to a standstill. They took a contested 2-point shot. Made a great shot if Anthony blocks it, but that's good defense.
That's good defense down to this end as well. Inbound. Billy Walker, big spark, 2nd-round pick out of Kansas State. It's his 3rd year with the Knicks. He played with the Celtics at first, came in a trade, and has seen inconsistent minutes as he knocks down another 3. His 6th three-pointer. Walker, always a talented offensive player. He's had several knee surgeries, but he still can score. James misses that one, and Stoudemire the rebound.
What's the Knick record for threes?
9. Fields, good ball movement. Walker for 3. Banks it in. Everything going in for Billy Walker, and the Heat call timeout. 7 of 9 from the field. The 7 threes a career high, and he has 21 points in 17 minutes.
I'm not sure this one should count the full 3 when you bank it. But these are tough shots coming off a screen. Just burying it. Walker, just like head coach Mike D'Antoni from West Virginia, was a big-time college player again, has come back from knee injuries. He is lighting it up as the Knicks lead by 4. Meanwhile, the Knicks on a 12-2 run led by Billy Walker. Starting the second half, Walker will reserve forward for the Knicks with 7 three-pointers, a career high. Chalmers sets, that's off the mark. And while the Knicks are 14 of 28 from downtown, and look at Walker's numbers. 7 of 11, including 7 of 9 from downtown, a season-high 21. The Heat now 0 for 6 from downtown. Ball stripped by Wade. That's Wade's 3rd steal, and once again leads to a dunk. Make that 4 steals for Wade. Andrew Fields on the drive, gets inside, blocked by Joel Anthony. 5 rejections for Anthony. Nice pass, and Bosch is fouled. Smart foul from Stoudemire after a pretty pass from LeBron James. And if you're in New York, you have to understand that they were going to turn it up defensively. Steal dunk, block shot, fast break. Good read by James. Good foul by Stoudemire.
Again, you can look at this game so many different ways. As Bosch, by the way, has been red hot from the free throw line. It's now 21 straight. You can see Amari Stoudemire only 4 points, 1 of 7, no Carmelo Anthony, and the Knicks are leading. Or you can say the New York Knicks have 14 three-pointers, yet they're only leading by 2. Now 1.
Weird season.
Agreed. All tied at 62. Stoudemire trying to get it going, gets bumped and gets the roll. Good soft touch from Stoudemire, just his second field goal. Chalmers just 1 of 5 tonight, gets to the rim, deflected. Bosch able to come up with it, knocked out of his hands momentarily. Look at Billy Walker defend, and that's what Mike D'Antoni would love to see. Walker has that ability to score. It's the other parts of his game that sometimes is in and out, but he's defending tonight.
Well, this is good. Multiple effort, attacking the ball, deflecting it out of bounds. But you can't just be energized defensively when you make, Mike. You have to bring that consistently.
Bosch misses. Joel Anthony, the offensive rebound, lost it, gets it back. And going to be a jump ball. Well, Walker, like 2/3 of the NBA, if they could just be consistent, if they could do it every night, because he's got some real offensive skills, has a good feel for the game, as Spolster watching, but Walker's got that, but like so many guys.
Offensively, I can see inconsistency. Defense, you should be able to bring that every night. The rebounding, like right there, Stoudemire, as that tip was stolen.
And they're going to call it an illegal tip, so it's going to be Miami ball. You don't see that called very often. But there's no question about it. It's the right call. James on a pull-up. A rare miss tonight from James. He's been hot. 8 for 12 from the field. Stoudemire jump shot. That's good.
That's great footwork. That jab step drove Anthony back. Was able then to balance up and knock in the 18-foot jump shot.
Bosch giving the jump shot again. He's been off in the second half. Stoudemire grabs that rebound. Heat down by 4. Stoudemire makes his move, drives inside, tried to dunk it, wouldn't go. Looking for a call. Instead, Chalmers comes the other way. Wade on the drive. Can't get it to go, and Chandler knocks it out of bounds. And it's going to be Miami ball.
Good attack by Stoudemire. I like it. I don't think he was hit.
Ooh.
Maybe on the wrist. Those are hard to see.
Oh, certainly. I'm just, Joel Anthony, you know, I know we've talked about it before. Just love what he brings every night. Guy doesn't have a lot of skill, doesn't score a lot of points. He just plays harder than almost everybody on the floor.
And what he's got to do better, Mike, though, is rebound the ball. It's very strange that a hard-working player like that rebounds the ball so poorly.
Bosch chips it right to Fields. Knicks holding on to that 4-point lead. Been a rough stretch for the Knicks. They've lost 7 of 8. Come in here to Miami. Dwayne Wade playing superbly. The Knicks really matching the intensity. Douglas has to put it up. And Haslam the rebound. Not a good possession there for New York. Haslam with the jump shot. First, and second field goal for Haslam. And a foul call on Bosch. Or is it Haslam? My mistake. It's against Haslam. That's his second. Once again, time for our NBA National Television Big Board. It's a very exciting night tonight on NBA TV. Our man Mark Jackson and his team will host Oklahoma City. Sunday on ABC. We'll be back in Miami for the Bulls and the Heat. And TNT doubleheader, Bulls and Heat. Bulls and Knicks, excuse me. Nuggets and Clippers on the doubleheader. Stoudemire's shot won't go. Bosch the rebound. You like that big board, don't you?
Quite an invention.
Haslam. Foul on the way to the basket. By the way, next Thursday on TNT, they will announce the All-Star starters, which we expect a couple of, certainly one member of the Miami Heat to be on.
Why are they announcing them so early? Isn't the game a month from now?
Yeah, the end of February.
So why were they announcing them a month before?
Because the votes are all tabulated.
Oh, you can't keep voting? The season just started.
Well, why don't you call the league office and ask them?
I've not found them to be the most receptive crew of all time.
To your calls?
To most people's calls, by the way.
I find them just fine.
No, they're pretty stubborn, pretty hard-headed about their ways. Yes.
You see Bosch.
Pretty set in their ideas. But is there a rationale why you would cut off voting that early?
No, I guess not. I hate to say this, but you bring up good points. Mike Bibby in the game. Bibby hit a couple of threes in that first half. Iman Shumpert also back in. And a blocking foul called on Bosch, his second. And for the Heat, that should put them in the penalty. Nope, check that again. That's only the fourth. Mike Miller back in from Miami. If you're just tuning in, Knicks playing without Carmelo Anthony. Sprained thumb and sprained wrist, keeping him out. Meanwhile, the Heat playing with Dwayne Wade. First game back after missing 6 with a sprained ankle. Wade has been superb. Shumpert to Stoudemire. Bad pass from Shumpert. And we'll have another jump ball. For the Knicks, that's their 12th turnover.
Very good rotation by Miami defensively. And Miami has downsized. LeBron James is at the 4 with Haslam. It's a very small team by Miami and very small team by New York with Jared Jeffries as the New York center.
Stoudemire's goggles a little fogged up.
See, Mike, I think that sometimes Stoudemire's got to have more versatility and go into the low post some. It can't just be only pick and roll basketball because, frankly, the Knicks don't have good enough guard play to make the game easy for him. Sometimes he's got to catch the ball closer to the basket.
Shumpert on the drive, kicks it out to Jeffries. Bibby, nice fake. Bibby pulls up a 2-pointer. That one way off. Bibby knocks it away, but James picks it up. And then speaking of guard play, the Knicks still awaiting the first game of Baron Davis. Davis very close to playing. He started practicing this week. As Battier gets it in, can't get it to go. Rebound Fields. Knicks hoping Baron Davis may play next week. He's just not in the right condition. And Shumpert knocks down the jumper. A 2-pointer for Shumpert. His first 2 points. Davis coming back from the herniated discs. He's worked with the Knicks medical department, getting ready. He said he's close. That could be a big boost if he can stay healthy. Chalmers lost it. Fields ahead of the pack. Fields trying to finish. Blocked by Chalmers. Oh, what a nice defensive play. And doing it without committing a foul. A number of block shots from the Heat. Joel Anthony had 5, and Chalmers
does a good job not committing a foul. That would have been a clear path foul. Good timing. Nice play by Mario Chalmers.
Back here in Miami, Mari Stoudemire trying to bring hope to the Knicks fans. He certainly did last year, struggling this year, struggling shooting the ball.
He seems very likable, Mike. I don't know him at all, but he just seems like a likable guy.
Absolutely. He has matured so much. And Jeff, you've been in New York a long time. It's not an easy place to come. He has embraced the city and embraced the team as well as any big name free agent I've seen in a lot of years. Jeffries throws up an air ball. Stoudemire trying to grab it. Him and Haslam tumble. Stoudemire has a laugh with him. Shane Battier hits a three. And that ties the game. Battier loves those corners. Shumpert answers back. And the Knicks with their 15th three-pointer of the game. Meanwhile, the Heat with just one. Battier again, left open, does it again. Back-to-back corner threes for Shane Battier.
What a pass out of the post by James. Cross court right on target.
Andrew Fields will try a three. That one too strong. And a loose ball foul is going to go against Jared Jeffries.
Everybody's staring at James's isolation. Good screen by Haslam. On target pass.
5th assist for James. That's the beauty of his passing. We talk about it all the time. One of his best, maybe his best skill, and it's on target all the time. And there's one of your favorite all-time players to coach, Shane Battier.
Yeah, great competitor. Smart and disciplined. Struggled so far this year to shoot the ball. But I would trust him in any big-time game against any opponent because of his ability to concentrate, stay focused, and he's not afraid of any moment. This guy is an incredible competitor.
And one of those guys you love having around young players because they watch how he has this preparation every day, whether it's practice, whether it's game, whether it's keeping himself ready, getting rest.
Oh, there's no doubt. He's the same guy every day.
Novak off the dribble, comes up short. And Ron James comes up grimacing. Final minute, third quarter. James 18 points, 5 assists. Nearly falls down, does his curly kneel, the old Globetrotter impression. Double team.
But I like Shumpert's competitive spirit. He's trying to be up and into him. That was an unwise gamble.
James drives and lays it in as the shot clock expires. That was a poor possession, and he just took over. Bibby, a three, in and out. Haslam the rebound. Battier trying to save it and does. Final seconds, third quarter. Crowd getting on its feet. James the drive. Strip. Offensive foul as Bibby steps in and draws the charge. And James a little shaken up. Holding on to that left hand.
There are not many people who have the basketball courage to step in front of LeBron James with a head of speed. Good play by Bibby.
Final seconds, Shumpert trying to get a good look. And that will end the third quarter. It's trailed by 4 at halftime, but they went on a rampage as Billy Walker got the start for the Knicks in the third quarter. He's 7 of 9 from downtown, 21 points. Knicks actually went up by 4. As we head to the fourth quarter here in Miami, Heat with a 3-point advantage.
Welcome back to Miami, where the Heat are up by 3. They have no Carmelo Anthony. Stoudemire has just 8 points. What's giving you the most trouble tonight, Eric?
They're doing a great job moving the ball and finding the extra shooter, getting us to pull triggers. We gave them some open threes in the first half, got the rhythm going, and now they're deadly. We have to treat everybody right now like they're Ray Allen. We have to get them off that line. They have to put the ball on the floor. I don't care what their percentage is.
Like you said, 44% from 3. Billy Walker, 7 of 9. What's going to be the difference down the stretch?
We just have to stay the course. I mean, hopefully we weathered their hottest storm. Be able to get some stops and execute down to the other end.
All right, thank you very much. Mike.
All right, Billy Walker doing a pretty good Ray Allen impression, his former Celtic teammate. Shot clock down. Bibby's going to have to put it up straight on. Rebound tipped and taken by Jeffries. Jeffries back up. Looks at Bibby, Walker, Novak, Jeffries, and Chandler on the floor.
To say this is a limited offensive team is an understatement.
And Novak was out of bounds when he caught it.
I think they should widen the court. I really do. One foot on each side. Because the corner three, there's no room to move.
I guess that's the trade-off for it being only 22 feet. Shot clock down to 8. James looking, trying to get a clearance, finds Battier. Battier turnaround shot won't go. Walker the rebound. Walker did a good job defending LeBron James. He's had a strong game. Walker will try again. Way off. That was not a three-pointer in the flow of the offense.
Well, they just don't have any people that can go off the dribble to create wide open looks.
And with that, Shumpert gets off the bench. James drives right at Walker. Chandler right there, blocked by Chandler and picked up. Great help defense from Chandler. James thought there was contact. Walker back to Bibby. Bibby, quick three, won't go. Knicks now just jacking up the threes. They've taken 37 three-pointers. 37. Three down the other end. Walker grabs another rebound, his 5th.
Boy, was Steve Novak happy that LeBron James lifted from 3 instead of attacked him off the dribble.
Just over 2 minutes gone by, a three-point game. Right now, Miami in front. Novak sets, fires, and hits. Steve Novak, his 2nd three-pointer, and we're tied once again.
Great screen by Chandler right there to give Novak the extra time to set his feet.
Miller answers back. Two-pointer for Miller. He got such a sweet shooting stroke.
Think of the depth of perimeter players that they have.
And a foul call there on Cole.
This is just a good, solid play by Bibby. Chandler sort of slips the screen and then pins down for Novak. Novak's able to hold it and get himself set and knock it in.
Novak 2 years with the Rockets, 2 years with the Clippers. Played with Dallas, San Antonio briefly. Now his 5th NBA team. Nice feed inside. And as Chandler fouled by Haslam. A good pass from Walker. Novak had a terrific college career at Marquette. A young man who was coached by his dad in high school, you could tell. He was fundamentals. And coached by a beast in the pros, according to Novak. I was talking to him earlier this week. And he said the first time he heard his former Rockets coach, Jeff Van Gundy, on the air, he's like, who is that guy? He sounds so happy. I never saw that when he coached me.
That's all lies, Mike. I was even keel, kumbaya, hugs and kisses to all the players. I just wanted him to try hard, Mike.
Chandler goes 1 for 2. A 1-point game here in the 4th.
You know, Novak was really well coached by his father and then by Tom Crean, who's now at Indiana. And I really think that hard coaching he got growing up has allowed him to overcome his lack of athleticism and carve out a serviceable NBA career.
Absolutely.
It's great to have him on a team. As
Tony Douglas pushes off on Bosch and an offensive foul. We'll take a timeout. A little over 8.5 remaining. It's a good one as the Knicks battling the Heat here in Miami.
John Barry with your Taco Bell studio update. The Celtics followed a dramatic comeback last night with a 94-87 victory against the Pacers tonight. Paul Pierce, 28 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, and Mikal Pietrus chipped in with 13. Now back to Miami, Mike Breen, and a guy who loves skinny skiing, Jeff Van Gundy.
Here to respond.
what did he say?
Something about steam?
I'm not a skier. Tried it once. Couldn't even get on the lift. It's hard.
Wade with Walker on him. Wade on a pull-up. Knocks it in. Wade's been quiet here in the second half. Just 2 points prior to that.
But people probably don't remember when he first came to the league that wasn't something he could do well at all. That wasn't his game.
Chandler trying to save it. And it goes out of bounds.
That balance that he's developed on his jump shot and his follow-through has been honed with Eric Spoelstra over a long number of years and repetition. This guy was totally slashing coming into the NBA. Give him a lot of credit for the work he has put forth.
Well, you look what he's been in his career now, Jeff. For his career, he's a 48% field goal.
And you know why, Mike? That's as much a function of decision-making as it is skill. Because he knows when to shoot, what type of shots to shoot, and when to pass.
Trying to draw the foul. Cole on the drive, gets to the rim, backs it in. Nice play from the rookie. And the Heat go up by 5, their largest lead here in the fourth quarter. Knicks have relied on the three-pointer tonight. Shumpert tries a two-pointer, way short. Cole pushing. Cole the drive, gets up, blocked by Walker. Nice recovery from Walker. Continues to have one of his best games. Offensive foul. Shumpert is struggling and picks up his fourth.
Well, good effort to get back. Walker, nice sense of timing to deny Cole. Cole's at the rim.
16 Knick turnovers, just 9 for the Heat. A very good number for them. It's an area they have really struggled on. Wade, nice through the defense, flips it up, won't go. His tip is good. Wade coming hot just at the right moment for the Miami Heat. This equals their largest lead of the night. It's been a close game throughout. Neither team's been up by more than 7. Stoudemire draws the foul. They're going to say before the shot. As the Heat pick up their 3rd team foul.
Well, Wade weaves into the lane off the Bosch pick. Misses the little floater, but then the quick second jump to get the 2 points.
Stoudemire, there's that jab step again. And there's that jumper that's been so inconsistent this year as he's getting himself back into real rhythm, and he's knocked it down tonight. Miller. Bosch, good open look. Bosch has struggled shooting tonight. Well, that one gives a 7-point lead, and Mike D'Antoni is hot. He did not like his defense there, and he calls timeout.
Sometimes when you're coming off the pick and roll, you don't have to try to do too much. Wade just comes off, releases the ball to Miller, who drives the baseline. Nice little touch pass to Bosch. Miami up 7.
Aerial coverage brought to you by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you got to get DirecTV. 6:25 remaining fourth quarter in Miami. Heat leading the Knicks by 7. Mike D'Antoni likes the spirit of his team tonight. Would love to see him bring it home.
We got to keep working, keep passing, go back and get it. Don't try to put our head down, just keep moving the ball. Just keep our defense up. We're going to win it right here on this end, guys. Good job. Keep working hard,
They have worked hard without Carmelo Anthony, with Amari Stoudemire struggling shooting, although not there. And the Knicks still right there, down by 5. It's a Knick team that's lost 7 of 8, and a number of losses to sub-500 teams. But against one of the elite, they're playing one of their better games. Wade, way off. Walker, another rebound. Stoudemire spinning, Gets himself in trouble, taken away by Haslam. Haslam flips it up to James. Bosch on the pull-up. Chandler's 10th rebound. Boy, Haslam all over Stoudemire. Drives, too strong. Chandler able to get it. His pass, though, deflected. Still Nick ball. And they'll inbound. Good hustle from Chandler. He lost his shoe. I'm always amazed how tight they tie, how it can possibly come off.
I think we need John Barry and the crew to analyze that back in the studio.
Shecky Barry.
How are the Knicks in the game? I mean, they made 16 threes and are shooting 34% overall.
It's unbelievable. This is the ultimate live and die by the three-pointer. Douglas on the drive, pull up for two, way off. And LeBron James, his 6th rebound, 26 and 6 tonight for LeBron James. As Stoudemire, a little bit of a frustration foul there, picks up his 3rd. Only the first team foul.
He tried to foul him at the other end. Didn't get called, and then he obviously just tried to foul him here.
Walker on James. He's going to spin baseline, get right there. And foul from behind by Walker. There's been some good hard fouls in this one.
You see, to me, the windup right there, that could have been construed as a flagrant foul.
It's usually the windup is critical.
Now, I don't think it is. It should be. But the way how soft they call it in today's NBA, Billy Walker winds up and just tomahawks.
To me, that is.
Right, but the way they call it today.
LeBron James, by the way, he was 8 for 8 from the free throw line in the 4th quarter in a narrow victory against the Pistons Wednesday. Keeps that streak live as Tony Douglas throws it away. 17 turnovers. James to Wade! And the Heat go up by 9. Timeout, New York. And a standing ovation here in Miami. Largest lead of the night. LeBron James, his 7th assist. Wade with 26. Heat by 9. Miami Heat have opened up the largest lead of the night with just over 4.5 to play. They're up by 9 and doing it by simply attacking the rim.
Well, they got 40 points in the paint. 10 dunks, 5 each for Wade and James, and many from the spectacular variety category. I mean, these are just incredible athletic play. I mean, they could do a top 10 tonight on SportsCenter just on Miami Heat dunks, with this being the play of the day.
And Wade, first game back from the sprained ankle. He missed 6, and look at the numbers. He has been superb. Tony Douglas tries a 3. And the Knicks have gone cold here in the 4th quarter. Knicks from three-point range, 16 of 40. That's right, 40. They're 40, the most three-pointers attempted in the NBA so far this season. The most attempted by a Knicks team is 47. And the NBA record for most threes ever attempted in a game is 49.
Those are within reach.
Absolutely. LeBron James. Douglas, again, Douglas hurt himself. Sometimes Douglas in that right shoulder is just not right. Or not correct, I should say. Douglas flips it up. Stoudemire the offensive rebound. Still 4 minutes remaining. The Knicks right now having trouble hitting shots. Deflected and stolen by James. Wade, nice pass, stolen by Douglas. Good defensive plays at both ends. Douglas on the drive, goes in, blocked by Wade. Haslam the save. Here comes Miami the other way. Hall to James, foul. And free throws coming up. What a sensational block from Dwayne Wade.
He has great length and impeccable timing. Tremendous block shot. And Mike, he's had some incredible blocks this year in rotations across the lane.
And so clean, like not even close to being a foul. And now first chance for a double-figure lead. James misses that free throw. Coming up after this game, the Winter X Games, Aspen 2012. There's a super pipe.
How do they do that?
Don't ask me. James now at 23, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, 10-point lead. First double-figure lead of the game. And a foul away from the ball. This one against Miami. It's against Haslam. 4th team foul. Knicks to inbound. 5 fouls on Haslam. Pass inside. Another turnover.
Some of these passes are not even close.
James drives, lays it in. And the turnovers killing the Knicks because the Heat, nobody better in the NBA at turning turnovers into layups. 19 Knick turnovers leading to 26 Miami points. Walker drives, pass to Chandler, deflected. Still McFall.
Well, the Heat have really turned up their defense. James spinning off. That's just special plays right there.
See the frustration of Stoudemire as James and Wade taking over here in the 4th. Fields drives, goes to the rim and throws it down. And that brings it back to 10. Sellout crowd here tonight in Miami. The Heat with a strong 4th quarter. Wade against Landry Fields. Back and forth. Short. Fields has one man to beat, but that one man is James. Douglas now on the drive. Back to Fields for 3. Nails it. Landry Fields puts it in. And it's back to 7 as the Knicks hit their 17th three-pointer of the game. Timeout with 2:18 remaining. Heat ball when we come back. Sunday, ABC and ESPN bring you a couple of NBA games, starting with key NBA Countdown 3 Eastern on ABC. And then it's the Bulls and the Heat from right here in Miami, rematch of last year's Eastern Conference Finals. Then on ESPN, 6:30 Eastern, Spurs and Mavericks from Dallas. Well, tonight here in Miami, the Heat get back Dwayne Wade. He missed 6 games with a sprained ankle. And he is returned with a vengeance. Wade, the game's leading scorer with 26. Mike D'Antoni's team, they fought hard tonight. They're right now down 7. Clear out for James. Drives down, kicks it out. Open look for Bosch. And Bosch way off. Rebound James. Wrestles it away from Chandler. And then a push on Chandler. And for the Knicks, that's their 4th team foul. Chandler with 4. Under 2 to play. Walker right up on James, gets by him, and then grabbed him. So now they're in the penalty. And James will shoot 2. As we said, James pretty much clinched the game the other night against Detroit. 8 for 8 from the line in that fourth quarter, 13 of 14 overall. Now for the season, he's shooting 75%. There you see his numbers for the night. Also 7 assists. And hits that one. Saturday, ESPN, a full day of college basketball. Tip off with a couple of games, noon Eastern, St. John's and Duke. 2 Eastern, it's Kansas and Iowa State.
Mayor Fred Hoiberg doing a heck of a job at Iowa State, turning that thing around.
Mayor. There's an anti-New York chant erupting from the Heat fans here. Some of the crowd is headed for the humid air on this Friday night. Stoudemire. Deflected by Wade. The way at times Wade and James get after it defensively, to have your 2 star players play with that kind of commitment defensively, what a difference.
You have to keep them on the move defensively. If they can just lock in and use their speed and length and anticipation, very difficult to create any type of quality shots from your 2 and 3 men.
Douglas not close that time as the Knicks put up their 42nd three-pointer of the game. He hit 17 of them, but it appears the Knicks are going to fall short tonight. As the Miami Heat with a strong fourth quarter. James on a pull-up, puts it in. 29 for James, and that'll make it an 11-point lead. Walker back to Douglas. Douglas launches another 3. That's good. Tony Douglas from downtown, 18 of 43. The 18's not the season high by a team. New Jersey at 20. And a foul on Walker.
But think about it, Mike. 18 threes, 87 points.
Right.
18 threes, 87 points. Why? Because they can't generate quality 2-point shots. They can't get to the free throw line, and their turnovers are high.
They're 11 for 39 from 2-point range. Walker's fouled out. Walker with 21 points, a career high 7 threes. He was 7 of 10 from downtown.
I do think New York played exceptionally hard tonight.
And again, playing without Carmelo Anthony, who's not expected to play tomorrow night as well in Houston. Anthony with the multitude of wrist and thumb injuries. As James puts on the finishing touches, a 30-point game for LeBron James. Make it 31. Douglas to Chandler, not expecting it, still catches and puts it up and in. Chandler's played 40 minutes tonight. And Fields fouls Wade. Andrew Fields picks up his 3rd foul. Now with this victory, the Heat will improve to 14-5, 8-2 here at home. And a good feeling about Dwayne Wade and his return and his ankle. They were very cautious with making sure it was healthy, so it wasn't one of those that linger. As we talk about so much, the ankle injuries can really linger if you come back too early, but both their stars were just superb here tonight. 31 for James, 28 for Wade. And now the Heat can dribble it out. Despite 18 three-pointers by the Knicks, LeBron James and Dwayne Wade put on a show. Some highlight dunks, important baskets, and excellent defensive plays as well. Wade had 5 steals in the game, in addition to all the explosive offense. And that'll do it. Final score, The Heat 99, the Knicks 89. Up next on ESPN, it's the Winter X Games. And for more on the Knicks Heat and the rest of tonight's NBA action, turn on to SportsCenter, airing right now on ESPN News. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For Jeff Van Gundy, Lisa Salters, and our entire ESPN crew, Mike Breen saying so long from Miami. Now it's time for the X Games.